Hey YouTube, Joker88 here. Welcome back to Grizzly. I did a little quick time lapse. I decided to change this area up just a touch. I wanted to straighten this road out just a hair so that and I might curve this a little or something, but I think it looks alright for now. Let me actually go in here and tweak this to be about like that. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay, sometimes this move it tool does weird things. Come on, there we go, got it. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and kind of redo this area just a hair, just so that just for some future planning, because I want some zones and stuff on this side and train tracks and stuff. And then off camera, I went ahead and just kind of cleaned some things up before this episode. I went ahead and kind of made this off ramp look a little bit cleaner, pulled it in a little tighter to the interstate, and squared it off on this main avenue. And then I went ahead, we did have an on ramp from this intersection that kind of curved through and went underneath here, which it looked kind of neat and stuff, but I wanted to get some full density buildings right up against the interstate eventually. So I went ahead and the other problem with it was that we only had an on-ramp on one way. So I wanted to be able to have an on-ramp on both ways. And I didn't know how to do it to make it look good. So I went ahead and moved it down to this intersection at the end of this 6-lane avenue. And we have one lane that goes up, comes up onto the upper way. And then this goes down onto the lower way, loops down underground, and then comes out here and goes down to that direction of traffic. So I think I'm happy with that. I think that looks great. Probably decorate it up with some trees later on. And then this off ramp, not quite sure what I want to do with it yet, because I think I want to connect it up to this bridge eventually once we unlock this area to continue the city. That way there's an off ramp, and then possibly both ways even there would be an off ramp here and here that would connect up to this bridge somehow in this area. Maybe, we'll see. One thing I do want to do though is this episode is get some buses and maybe some ferries in here. Maybe a ferry stop over here, a ferry stop over here to help people go from one side or to the other, and then we can do some bus lines. What else did I don't think I changed anything else. Looks like we had a fire. Do we have a fire department over here? Yes, we do. Must have just been I guess it's on the outskirts of the reach. Probably does. I don't know. Does it make sense to have the fire department right there, or should we move it? I think maybe we should go ahead and move this down a little bit. I don't want it right next to the elementary and the high school. Maybe if I moved it like right there, right on that main avenue, probably. Yeah, it would kind of centralize that, and then it wouldn't hurt to have another fire station over here. Let's see, maybe like right underneath the interstate. Yeah, that's kind of neat, even though that pillar is right there. But you know what, let's move it and we'll square it off a little bit just like that. And then let's go ahead and dress that up, just because I don't like to see that all bare and stuff under there. Let's get a good tree. Let's go with like a multi-trunk bush. Let's see, do we have, I think there's like a, yeah, that's not bad. Something like that. I think that looks good. get right down in here, and there we go. I think I can live with that for now. Just kind of clean that area up. Eventually, I believe that the train will come over here, and we'll end up integrating the train into this like stacked interstate. Probably make it go underground and come out over here to the new city, or I guess not the new city, but the extension of the downtown to this point here. So anyway, let's go ahead and add. I want to add, let's see, ships. Yes, a ferry stop. I want to add a ferry stop right kind of underneath this bridge. I think it would look neat. Let's go ahead, 6,200 bucks. We do have plenty of money because I went ahead and let it run for a little bit while I tweaked this stuff, so that we didn't have to wait this episode for money. So let's lower this down just a touch, just to get it kind of down to the water a little bit better. Yes, like that. And then I think I'm gonna take a road from, let's go here. Can we connect it like that? And then I can go ahead and move it. Oh, no, let me connect that or touch that road. Urgh. A flood. The great flood. Raise this sucker up. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, now let's go ahead and... Okay, so see, it's not wanting to let me adjust that road for whatever reason. I'll go ahead. I got another idea. Let's pull road. Let's get the snap on straight off of there, like there, and then connect it up just like that, and then we'll have to raise this up again like that. A little bit more. There we go. And this is a really steep hill here, so maybe what we'll do is let's lower this down just a little bit for now. Kind of like that. And I don't think this off-ramp's going to stay there forever, but we'll use it for now, and then eventually we can decide how we want to connect that up. Okay, let's see. So let's go ahead and continue. We'll snap it to the ground. And it's all underwater. Raise that sucker up. We'll raise it up a little more. Something kind of like that, so that we can eventually get to the normal height. I'd like to make some kind of a connection on this side, but we'll probably have to wait till we buy that chunk of land. So I think that's good. Let's see, what do you need? You got power and everything? Yes, you do. Okay, let's go ahead and I think I want to ease this area. There we go. Kind of like that. And then let's go ahead and decorate this up just a hair. I think we'll put, let's do a walk path. Let's go like this, and then let's go up. A little too high there. Turn the snapping off. I think that works for now. I'll probably do a lot of off-camera tweaking to stuff. Just landscaping things, and I'll update you guys when I do that, but I don't want to take up all the time doing all that little intricate detail. But I could always speed it up if we wanted to do that later on. So we have extreme demand here for residential zones, so I'd like to address that in a second, but we do need another ferry stop, probably along this side right over here. I think this wouldn't be a bad spot for one. And let's just lower it down a little bit. I'm not a fan how high up they try to put them. I like getting them down a little bit closer to the sea. And it gives it just a little bit more realistic appearance. Let's go ahead and put this curve on. We'll do snaps. Let's come up above ground. Actually, you know what? Stick it to the ground. What's that look like? Wow, really extreme. Go ahead and bring this up. Okay, like that, and bring this up. Really big hill, but yeah, I think that would be doable. Okay. Needs water. What? You're right on the water. I know. Probably got bathrooms. Okay. Let's go ahead. I think that's good for now. We'll kind of finish this area out eventually. But let's see. Do we need a ferry depot? And cannot be connected. Ferries need to be able to find their way to the lines from the depot using the pathways marked. Okay. So I guess we do need to add a depot. I think a depot would probably be fine. Let's see. Probably put a depot. Let's see. Can we put a depot over? Maybe a depot like right here. There we go. Let's shrink you down, sucker. This is where the ferries will be stored at. I don't know if they just pull in there or what. Let's go ahead and we'll just connect it up. We gotta figure out a way to connect it up decently. Probably doesn't need a big road for now. Let's just do regular mode. Draw a line out like so. What if we connected, if we did something like this? Alright, so I got this quay wall done. This kind of the look that I think I'm going for. I want a lower road, I think, all the way around the city here, just so that we can do things like this ferry stop, because it needs to be down close to the water, and I think that's a decent way to finish stuff off. So I'm happy with how that turned out. And then we went ahead and got our ferry depot over here that we still need to power up. Let's go ahead and run some power lines just so our ferry lines will work. Okay, it's got power, and yep, it's got water. Okay, yep, you got power. So let's go ahead and run a couple ferry lines. Let's see, how do we do that? Oh, here we go. Ferry pathway. Let's connect one. Well, okay. So we won't be able to connect our ferries yet till we can connect this up. But we won't be able to connect our ferries until we buy this piece of land right here. So that's almost a must, is to buy this. Can we buy it yet? Let me see. Yes, we can. Purchase. So now we can run our ferry lines. Let's go ahead and take this about like so. Underneath these bridges. Just like that. Then let's see, ferry line. Let's do one from here to here. And then complete the line. So it just goes back and forth. We have one line. Basically, let's see. Ferries. We have one line. The color of it will be green. Like a lime green. Let's do just like kind of a lime green color. Ferry line 1. Stops vehicles, passengers. Alright, so there we can monitor. Ooh, look. We have ferries lining up. Awesome. So we're starting to get some of the transportation down. Let's go ahead and add a bus. Okay, we don't have the money right now. Let's speed time up just a little bit. We're making good money. The other thing I want to do too while we're doing this, let's go ahead and we have a huge residential demand. So let's go ahead, and it wouldn't hurt to, let's dezone and then throw in some high density. That's definitely not going to hurt us. And I don't mind if the buildings get nice and tall over here, because this is exactly the area that we want them, being that it's the downtown. Okay, we'll let that area grow up. I don't want to get too crazy because our demand just went way down, but I think we are good. Our water availability is good. The only thing is the sewage treatment is a little low, so we'll have to just monitor that. But we should get a little bit more people here. Should be able to afford the bus depot now. Let's go ahead. I want to put the bus depot right there. And then we can go ahead and we'll make some bus lines. Let's go ahead and, you know what I want to do is this. Let's do bus and taxi. We'll upgrade that to a bus and taxi road. So it's kind of nice. It's got these little bus and taxi lanes specifically for the buses. And then I think I am going to end up connecting it up to this side. So let's go ahead and do that. Bus and taxi. Let's just go for it. Yeah. Should we do it like... Yeah, I think that would look good. So let's go ahead and let's go up to 10. Like that. Not like that. We need to go back to regular mode. Let's go up to 10. Like so. turn snapping back on so we make a perfect 180. Okay, we don't have enough money. So let's, real quick, let's just take a loan. It's amazing how fast money goes, a 60 grand loan. It's amazing how fast money goes when you're playing on that kind of tougher difficulty. Like that, and then let's go back down to there. I wonder if I can make a decent connection. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. And then we'll upgrade all these to the bus line. And the entire thing. Why not? There we go. So now what we could do, I think that looks fantastic. So now we do have local traffic down on this lower bridge. Probably going to alleviate some of the traffic here, but there's still probably going to be a lot of through traffic. Let's go ahead and make a bus stop. And our depot needs power, so that's not a problem. Let's make a bus stop. Okay, let's make a bus stop from down here, where the ferry terminal is, to here. Just make a decent, okay, right there by the cemetery so they can visit their dead. Basically all the way throughout here. And then let's go, this one will go there, add a stop at the ferry, and then probably let's just complete it up right there. So that is our first bus line. It's blue. Let's make it lime green. So then we can monitor right there how that bus is doing. So now we have buses and ferries. Slow things down a little bit. We have buses and ferries. I think things are starting to look up here at Grizzly. Think that's going to be it for this episode. What's your guys' problem? Not enough educated workers. Okay, so next episode, we see what we need to work on. We need to educate our people a little bit more. Maybe we can end up putting, what do we need? Probably more high schools. Yeah, high schools, and we could put a college or something down. But we definitely fix that. So anyway, thanks again. See you next time.